Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here with the Raw 5-point preview on the way to Monday Night Raw, which I believe is the go-home show to Hell in the Cell, which, honestly, in my mind, even though it has 3 Hell in the Cell matches featuring Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Roman Reigns, Rusev, Kevin Owens, and Seth Rollins, as well as Chris Jericho, probably finding some way to be involved with that match. I think that, honestly, it seems like all of the talk is about Survivor Series, which gives a real big pat on the back to Bill Goldberg, who came in last week and did his 12-year absence return to WWE. He's came back. He said all of the right things, basically saying that he wants to have this match. He wants to be a part of WWE, so his son as well as his wife, who have never seen him compete in wrestling, never really seen what made him be a star, can see, what, pays the bills for him, I guess you could say. And, see really what put him on the map. He has drawn the biggest, baddest name on the block, which is a Brock Lesnar. There's been a lot of people who are wondering why Brock and Bill were sort of trading jabs back and forth, basically trying to figure out why they were doing this. And I was wondering if it was to sell video games, and I sort of thought that was sort of weird, because I didn't think that Brock Lesnar would. He only does things for money, honestly, in my opinion. But what is the end game for him if they're just going to have like one of the last commercials for the video game be a Bill Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar battle? Even though Bill Goldberg was the guy who did the first video game commercial, to really sort of put him on the map and bring him out of the cave to try and save the day. What was the reason for doing all this? I'm sorry, there's a lady and a guy fighting in the parking lot. They look like a husband and wife, and she's throwing things out of the truck. I've got no clue. I'll just show you. Hold on, because you're going to wonder. But it's upside down, but it's the only way I can get it. But that's as best it's gonna get. I have no clue what the hell's going on over there, but she's not happy with something. She was walking through the parking lot when he pulled up, and now she's taking luggage out of the back seat. So this is a weird one, but there's no way to save this from here on out. But Brock is going to be on Raw, and they're hyping it up like this is going to be a big deal. The only thing is that in my mind, what is Brock going to do? How is Brock going to be able to show Bill Goldberg that he wants to fight? It was easy, when they normally do these things, like with Undertaker and Brock, or with Brock and Triple H. One guy's on the show one week, another guy's on the show the next week. They're never in the same place at the same time, so that way they build anticipation of seeing these guys. What would happen when these guys finally get in the ring with each other and are ready to throw down? It sort of makes you wonder, like, what the hell is going to happen? Bill's sitting at home. There's no chance he's going to be there. Bill's been gone for so long in the company that there's no relationships that he has to sort of put them together. Like if, when Brock Lesnar came in and beat up the New Age Outlaws 2-on-1, he beat up Road Dogg and he beat up Billy Gunn. That was sort of to signify to Triple H that, Brock is going to beat up his friends. He's coming after his family. He better, try and get out of this match, because Brock is angry and Brock is upset, and Brock's going to hurt him just as well as he hurt these two guys here. But Bill doesn't have anybody. It's not like Sting's going to be hanging around or Ric Flair's going to be hanging around, and they're going to be trying to have some comparison amongst them, basically saying, that he's beating up guys from WCW to show that, Bill Goldberg is from the past, and, they can't, be together, and all of the things like that. I've got no clue. Now the guy's parked. Now she's got the luggage and the coach, and now they're talking. This doesn't look good. That's all I can say. But Brock, he's going to come out there, and Heyman's going to talk for him. It's pretty much going to be the same thing as last week. Heyman, knew that Goldberg was going to be on the show, so last week he was there, and he issued a warning. We issued a challenge, but it wasn't for a real challenge. We didn't think you were actually going to show up. If you show up like you say you're going to, and you accept this challenge, Brock's going to hurt you. Brock is a trained, skilled fighter who is in the prime of his career. You're a guy who hasn't been in a ring in 12 years. You get in this ring. This is Brock's ring. This is steal from The Undertaker. This is his yard. This is where he hurts people. So we'll have to see what goes down. I would hate to see all the buildup of waiting 3 hours to have, you know, Brock and Heyman, you know, go out to the ring only to see that nothing really happens because Heyman just answers the challenge. You want to fight? You got to fight. Come Survivor Series, we're going to get down because Bill's going to be on next week's show, which is on Halloween. And because of the trick-or-treaters and this, that, and the other, there's not going to be a lot going on. So we'll have to see what goes down. I don't know. I mean, that's all I can really see. What do you guys see to add to this? We'll be back in a second with more of the Raw 5-point preview with the other stuff.